Today's video is all about the brand new iOS 18 update. Apple just made some major announcements at their Glow Time event, and we finally have the official release date for iOS 18. In this video, I'll tell you exactly when you can update your iPhone, if your device makes the cut, and what exciting new features you can expect. So stick around till the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech news and updates. Now let's get right into it. Apple fans, the wait is finally over. At today's Glow Time event, Apple officially revealed that iOS 18 will be rolling out to supported iPhones on September 16th. That's right, just a few days from now. So mark your calendars because this is the day when iPhones across the world will be getting this exciting update. Oh, and by the way, iPadOS 18 is also launching on the same day, so iPad users can join in on the fun too. But there's more to this update, and one of the biggest talking points is Apple Intelligence, Apple's groundbreaking AI technology. However, there is a slight catch when it comes to Apple Intelligence, which I'll get into shortly. So you might be wondering, what's the deal with Apple Intelligence? Well, it's one of the most talked about features of iOS 18, offering enhanced AI capabilities, smarter interactions, and deeper integration with your apps and services. It's designed to make your iPhone even smarter, but there's a bit of a downside. Apple Intelligence won't be available right away with the launch of iOS 18. In fact, it will only arrive in its full form on iPhone 16 models and the iPhone 15 Pro models. And here's the kicker. This feature will first only be available in the United States. To top it off, it won't even be part of the initial iOS 18 release. You'll have to wait for iOS 18.1, which is expected to drop sometime in October. So if you're outside the US or don't have the latest iPhones, you might not get to experience Apple Intelligence right away. Now let's talk about compatibility, which iPhones will actually be able to upgrade to iOS 18. Here's the full list of supported devices: iPhone 16, iPhone 15, iPhone 14, iPhone Southeast 3rd generation, iPhone 13, iPhone 12, iPhone Southeast 2nd generation, iPhone 11, iPhone X, iPhone X, iPhone 8. So if you're rocking any of these iPhones, you'll be able to download iOS 18 as soon as it's released on September 16th. But as I mentioned earlier, Apple Intelligence will only be available on the iPhone 16 and iPhone 15 Pro models. So if you've got an older iPhone, don't expect to see this feature on your device. Don't worry, iPad users, Apple hasn't forgotten about you. iPadOS 18 is also dropping on September 16th, and it's packed with a bunch of awesome new features. But just like with the iPhones, not every iPad will be getting Apple Intelligence. Here's the list of iPads that are eligible for the iPadOS 18 update. iPad Pro M4. New layouts, performance upgrades, expect faster app loading times, and smoother multitasking, thanks to the overall performance improvements. So that's all the key details about iOS 18. If you have a supported iPhone, get ready for September 16th when the update goes live. And if you're one of the lucky ones getting an iPhone 16 or 15 Pro, you'll soon experience the power of Apple Intelligence. But remember, that won't happen until iOS 18.1 hits in October. Let me know in the comments if your device made the cut for iOS 18 and what feature you were most excited about. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and as always, see you in the next video. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.